So here we are.
Good to be here. Thank you
here.
for joining me. Oh, I feel like I'm in third grade again right now. Hello.
Are you founder and owner of the gallery? How do you describe yourself? Or owner and artist?
So I've had the gallery for 11 years.
Yeah.
There was a gallery before me. Quick history of the building. Built in 1908, originally Bank of Italy, becomes Bank of America. They created this specifically for a gallery. And there was a gallery before me called J. Hell Fine Art. That was here for about 8 years. Showed my work and other artists' work. And the second I saw it, I said, if you guys ever want to retire, I want it. And I got it. And it has been wonderful. It's right on the plaza. And being on the plaza has been a really wonderful thing, which is why you're here talking to me.
Okay, I'm excited to be here
It's nice to have you.
to chat with you and find out, get your inside take on the Healdsburg Plaza. Obviously, the Healdsburg Plaza is very famous in its own right. Yeah, so how long have you been here in the plaza?
11 years, well, 11 and a half. And it just has been great. I love the people here. I was born in New York, lived there until I was 7, grew up in San Diego, and when I moved to Northern California, I moved to Sebastopol, primarily because of my daughter's school, but I always wanted to live in Healdsburg. And being on the plaza, initially when I came here, the big change, everything happened on the plaza. You could get 1 block away, it was dead. And since being here, it has expanded off of the plaza, but the plaza in my mind has always been the hub, and I think it always will be.
So if there's one business that sort of isn't here now, but sort of a business that you were fond of, what would that be?
That's a very easy one. Bistro Ralph was a restaurant 4 doors down maybe, and it was wonderful. And I think it was everyone's favorite restaurant that's no longer here. And it just had a very intimate, wonderful, casual vibe. The food was always fantastic. And they had one of my paintings in there.
Well, a lot of places here have got your paintings in Healdsburg.
Well, if we go across the plaza, we have the Matheson. They have 4 or 5 paintings. On this block, we have Burdock has, 3, but now I'm going to bring another 3 or 4 next week. El Farolito has paintings. Chalkboard, Lamar's Hotel, Giso, a fantastic restaurant, Giso.
If we think about the restaurants, so let's talk about the restaurants before we get onto some of the other stores. So obviously the flagship restaurant that's appeared this year, or last year actually, is Matheson.
Sure.
So is that one of your favourite restaurants in the plaza? Talk me through your experience of Matheson.
Our restaurants are phenomenal here. I mean, to be in such a small town and to have a 3-star Michelin restaurant, a 1-star Michelin restaurant. I'm sure Matheson will end up with a Michelin star. I think it's a spectacular building. Dustin Vallette is amazing, and it's definitely one of our favorites for sure. We've celebrated actually our wedding anniversary at Dustin's original restaurant Vallette, and then the last 2 anniversaries at Matheson. The main floor is the traditional dining space. And they originally had a sushi bar, and everyone in town is hoping that they open the sushi bar again. Second floor is more of a private dining up there, and then it's the 3rd floor is the rooftop. The wine wall is amazing.
And then upstairs you've got you can eat at the bar up there, can't you?
Absolutely.
You have pizza.
Sure.
And then they've also got an awesome outdoor deck, which has also got heating in the winter, which is
absolutely, and that is beautiful. There's something really just great about the 3rd floor and being on the rooftop, and it's just like you said, it's casual. The food's great. And it's been a wonderful addition to the town, I think, to the plaza for sure.
Yeah. And then let's think about the restaurants we've got in the plaza. So, which are your other favourite restaurants?
Well, on the plaza, we have Dry Creek, and I have to say, we have not been to Dry Creek since Scotty Romano had left, their previous executive chef. So I can't comment on that. Heard nothing but good things about it. It's a Charlie Palmer restaurant. Always been fantastic.
And then we've got a small pizza place just in the far corner.
Oh, we do. Pizzando. That's true. And Pizzando did a outdoor park, which I think is beautiful. So you can eat out there, which is great. Technically, I don't know if it would be on the plaza or not. We have a new sushi bar, Asahi, relatively new over there. That's really good.
And obviously, I was born in Texas, so I really like the Texas Smokehouse. Let's talk drinking.
For drinking, I think if we're talking about the Plaza, Burdock is just unbeatable.
Yeah.
Duke's, if you're younger than me, it's more of a party scene, a little bit more rowdy. I love the bartenders. I think it's great. I'm just very sophisticated, and that's why I like Burdock.
I'm not a huge cocktail drinker, but I have been in there with my lovely wife.
You've been in there with your lovely friend Brad, too.
And with lovely friend Brad. And the lovely Jess. And the cocktails are spectacular.
They are
I mean,
spectacular.
it is definite theatre when you go into, Burdock.
It is definitely theater, and the glasses are beautiful. They have gold accents, a lot of antique or more mid-century modern.
And we do have another restaurant on the way, don't we?
We
Foley Steakhouse. I
We do, and I know it's going to be a Western steakhouse. I believe I was told the name, but I cannot remember what it is. It'll be amazing. I'm sure that'll be pretty incredible.
And which would be a good addition to Healdsburg.
I think
because
so.
there isn't actually a steakhouse at the moment, is there?
No, it's been a long time, I think, since we've had one. And there was some discussion about doing a rooftop bar there, which I don't know if that's happening, but that would be also very cool.
Yeah.
It'd be our third one in town that we would have.
So what other places should people be going to in the Plaza, would you say? I know I can mention one which my wife is a big, it is argued that she is the poster child for Susan Graff, the ladies wear, and they also do sell menswear.
Susan is awesome. Great, just huge personality, and it's a great shop. It's been there longer than I don't even know how long it's been there. It might be over 20 years.
And
it's always been there.
One thing I didn't realise is that a lot of the clothes that start off in the shop, Susan Graff on the Plaza, they actually then end up in the Susan Graff basement just around the corner, which you can definitely pick up.
I would like to talk about, I am sandwiched between two pretty wonderful clothing shops. One is 101, which is the women's shop, and Chris Bryan and Bill Bryan are the owners. And next door is Outlander Men's Gear. And they've been wonderful neighbors for me. And I sometimes feel like Kramer because the gallery is so little. Anything I need, whether it's a ladder, whatever it is, I know they've got it. And they've been very gracious about letting me borrow it. And then, another clothing shop, two more clothing shops, or kind of boutiques, is Gina's Boutique and Adele. And they are now on the corner of Plaza and Center. And really fun, unique little storefronts that people are really...
And they're mainly clothing, or is it more homeware?
Well, Gina is really clothing. I think she does have some jewelry. Adele is an amazing artisan that makes handbags and leather goods, and just one of the most creative people that I know. And when I first moved here, Adele had a shop further down the street, and it's had a number of different locations, and I'm super excited that she's here because she's doing great stuff, and just as a really creative shop that she has. Definitely worth checking out.
That's one of your paintings too.
I forgot.
Another one. A painting.
I feel like I need to clarify that I think people like when I feel more of as if I'm a concierge than an artist here, and people come in, I tell them, this is where you got to go eat. Don't eat. That's a bad burrito. Don't get that burrito. Get this one, or you got to check out that vineyard, whatever. But it invariably are the places that have my art, and I think they think that that's why I'm promoting it. It's not. But like I said, Adele's is great. If for kids stuff, if you had young kids or grandchildren, Bonton Baby is spectacular.
I've heard a lot of people talk about. I don't have kids either, but a lot of people talk about that.
No, they have beautiful things, and Erica just did an incredible job with that space. And Rain Song, one of my all-time favorites, shoe shops.
And it is interesting. Like through COVID, I feel like quite a few businesses sort of went by the wayside, as they did in a lot of towns. But it's amazing how quickly, everything has just come back, new businesses into the Plaza. Because I know, one business that did come back is Flying Goat. They obviously moved
to
sure. Square.
Yeah.
But there's a ton of businesses, and still, there's a number of different restaurants are going to be setting up in
Right.
Healdsburg, and it's great to see so many businesses sort of coming back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually surprised how few we actually lost when I really think of it. COVID was, I think, such a hard time for so many businesses, and I think it really hit the restaurants really hard. I think a real positive for me that's come out of it have been the parklands. And I think it just gives the town just
Feels a bit more European.
Downtown bakery.
Because that closed for a little while, didn't it? Because that changed ownership.
It changed ownership.
Yeah.
So the original owner there was the original baker for Chez Panisse, and was there for years. So Downtown Bakery is fantastic. Noble Folk across the way. Pies, and originally they began doing cupcakes, and that was Mustache.
Which was just on Healdsburg
Which
Plaza,
is,
wasn't it?
exactly.
Yeah.
So they make incredible pies, homemade ice cream, a really super popular. You'll always see a line out the door there.
We've obviously got the beautiful plaza out here, not so beautiful today.
Right.
But they have a lot of events in the plaza, don't they?
They do. So I'm trying to think when it actually begins, but every Tuesday night in the plaza, it runs for a few months. There is a different band, and probably 1,000 people come out, and that's a big event. And then the plaza hosts either antique shows, wine competitions, and just a plethora of different events happen in the plaza. And I think it gives the town a true sense of community. There's the tree lighting there every year, and the plaza is awesome.
Yeah, and as well as the Saturday farmers market on Tuesdays, generally in the summer, isn't it?
Right, correct.
They'll have the farmers market actually in the plaza, which is also
Well, it's
great.
actually, is it in the plaza? It's actually around the plaza. So I don't think they're technically, on the grass part, but all around. So the street gets closed off.
Yeah.
And that's all local produce and really exciting things like that. One thing I do want to give a little tip to people though.
Yeah.
A lot of times people come to town and go, I just couldn't find parking anywhere on the plaza. If you get 2 blocks off the plaza, parking is unlimited. And parking is so easy. And I always think it's funny when people come from San Francisco and they can't find parking. Parking's not.
No, it's literally you're never more than 2 blocks.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. Thank you for your time and walking us around the plaza.
Glad you found it enjoyable day.
As always, it's great spending time in your company.
I love spending time with your company.
And if you want to check out all of Brad's art, then come along to the gallery just in the corner of this way.
Yeah.